I'll give you 3 reasons as why Americans should never give up their guns. Australia, Germany, and Austria. And salutations, my lovely little lunatics. It's me, friendly and psychopath Insanity, here with my co-host Bob.
Hello!
And today on the Insane Report, we're talking about the crazy fascism and overall totalitarianism that's going on now in Australia, Germany, and Austria, and that is slowly taking over the world because of CCP-19. Never actually going to end at this point.
No, they're also already talking about everyone should be getting ready for every 9 months get your booster.
So basically, once again, they make it the flu.
Exactly!
But before we get into that, make sure to like and subscribe and follow us for more insane news. Also, follow us on Locals,
Rumble,
Minds,
and Bastion.
Okay, so a number of things have come out, basically talking about like how just utterly psychotic and crazy these people are. Well, once again, it's more along the lines of like, I don't think these people actually believe what they're saying.
No, they just want the power.
Which goes specifically, we're just going to start off with this first video. We're just going to jump right into it because we've got a couple videos and things to look at. And whammy! From ABC Australia, NT Chief Minister Michael Gunner labels vaccinated people who opposed COVID-19 mandates as anti-vaxxers.
What?
I know, it's all about the power, and this definitely just screams, I want power. So yeah, we're just going to go to what he said. I'm not going to read the rest. If you are anti-mandate, you are absolutely anti-vax.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does to a totalitarian. I don't care what your personal vaccination status is, so if you get every single vaccine but you don't believe it should be mandated, you're anti-vax. If you support, champion, give a green light, give comfort, or support anybody who argues against the vaccine, you are an anti-vaxxer, absolutely. That is their mindset. But let's just continue on, because there was what was it? The COVID internment camp. No, people don't like it when you call it a concentration camp, but it's definitely a camp. Because what was it? We're going to read through this, but basically this individual here, she tested negative for COVID and got sent to the internment camp or the summer camp or whatever they want to call it as. But she got sent there, and this is her story kind of. So, it all began when a friend of hers tested positive. Oh, yeah, once again, at this point, you don't need to test positive. Someone you perhaps know needs to test positive.
That's terrifying.
Yes, it is. But continuing on. It all began when a friend of hers tested positive. She recounts how investigators came to her home shortly afterwards, having run her number plate of her scooter to identify her as a close contact. They asked her if she had done a COVID test, and in the moment, she lied and said she had, when she in fact had not yet. This set in a train of extraordinary events. So then the police officers blocked my driveway, she says. I walked out and I said, what's going on? Are you guys testing me for CCP-19? What's happening? They said, no, you're getting taken away. Once again, this isn't China, this is Australia. And you have no choice. You're going to Howard Springs, or as we like to call it, Howard Springs, the constant internment CCP-19 camp. You either come with us now, and we'll put you in the back of the DV van, or you could have a chance to get a COVID cab. I just said, I don't consent to this. I don't understand why I can't just self-isolate at home like a lot of other people are doing. And they just said, we've just been told from higher up where to take you. And that's all there is to it.
That is absolutely terrifying. And this is supposed to be a first world country.
Yes. But they're treating it like freaking China. She was ordered to pack a bag and was told that she could be released once she tested negative. Collected in the back of a rented van, she then was transported to Howard Springs internment CCP-19 camp. On arrival, she was told she would have to stay there for the full 14 days. And once again, she tested negative. She was tested 3 times during the 14 days and on each occasion tested negative. But you can't leave. You are literally put in the back of a golf buggy with your bags, and these people are in hazmat suits and everything. They don't want to come near you because they think you're infectious. And they literally drop you off at your room. And they leave you. They don't come and say anything. They don't check up. They don't do anything. You get delivered your meals once a day, and you are left there. At one stage, she was disciplined for leaving the confines of her cabin without a mask and was threatened a $5,000 Australian fine. On another occasion, she told how she was offered Valium to calm her down.
So they're offering you drugs to shut up and stay quiet.
Exactly.
Oh, this just sounds perfect. This sounds exactly what I love. Yeah, no, this is exactly why we can never give up our guns.
Yeah, Australia had guns, and then they gave them up, and now this happened. Quiet, you. You feel like you're in prison. You feel like you've done something wrong. It's inhumane what they're doing. You are so small, they just overpower you, and you're literally nothing. It's like, you do what we say, or you're in trouble. We'll lock you up for longer. That's exactly the kind of place I want to live in.
Yeah, this reminds us of exactly how it felt being in the psych wards.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. God, I remember that. I'd rather, if anyone ever came to tell me, like, we're taking you back to the psych ward, I'd cut my throat with a butter knife before that. Continuing on. Yeah, they were even threatening me that if I was to do this again, we'll extend your time in here. But now everyone's saying, all you hear on Twitter is how, like, oh, this isn't a concentration camp. Look at all the hot people. Oh, it's all fine.
Yeah, they went after Tim Pool for this.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Seeing just how, and then the only reason that's now being such a big thing is because this person actually, this is Haley Hudson, was actually there, and she came out and talked about it. What Haley is still not certain about is whether her sentence at Howard Springs internment CCP-19 camp was punitive and related to her original mistake about the test, which in all honesty, I could imagine. She has since lost her job at a store, which was on a casual basis. At no stage was she reminded of her rights or put in contact with a lawyer. Ah, God. But yeah, no, this is the video. We'll just put this on here super quick. Just a 2-minute 20 video. Oh, whoops. Do you not? Okay. Doesn't seem to want to work. Well, yes. We'll just... And you definitely can't go, but you're allowed to go do your laundry. Well, okay, basically, that yellow line right there, you can't go past it. The instant you go past it, fines! Now, continuing on about how awful Australia is, police state Australia recaptures 3 teens who escaped CCP-19 concentration camp.
Wait, what happened here?
Basically, they're the indigenous people. And what ended up happening was that... Well, basically, trucks came in and said, you indigenous people, we're here to take you someplace safe, whether you want to or not. And these kids, who tested negative, tried to run away.
And they were hunted down, caught?
Yep. Let's just read. From Town Hall. 3 Australian teenagers became enemies of the public when they escaped a CCP-19 concentration camp. Okay, it's a quarantine facility. But they wanted to be free in a nation that is rapidly becoming North Korea concerning its CCP-19 protocol. Connor Frizdjush, or something, of The Atlantic has a great piece that simply asked if the country was still a liberal democracy, which led to him getting a ton of hate mail because copium. In the land down under, everyone's rights were trampled with their CCP-19 zero policy. But they would argue it's paid off.
No, No, it hasn't.
And you can't ever have zero. The whole CCP-19 zero policy is stupid, impossible. Still, it's cultural difference, but the fact that one case can send an entire state into a lockdown is insane. Some Australian states had the military rolled out to enforce lockdown measures. Once again, why we need to keep our guns. Fast food is now a contraband item, but back to the story, the teenagers were recaptured and they all tested negative.
But they were still fine, weren't they?
I believe they were. Australian police successfully recaptured 3 teenagers who escaped from a quarantine facility Wednesday after they tested negative for CCP-19. The teenagers scaled a fence to break out of the Center for National Resilience in Howard Springs interment CCP-19 camp. Northern Territory Australian police said, according to the BBC, where they were being held in quarantine because they had been a close contact with individuals who had tested positive for CCP-19. Once again, you don't actually have to have it. You just have to have passed by someone that had it. Just like in China, those little apps. Oh, no, you were within 1 mile of a person. Oh, God, no. Get dragged down in the middle of the night. The teens were Australian Aboriginals from the nearby Bingini community, ABC News reported, many of whom have been sent to quarantine facilities following the outbreak of CCP-19 in their hometown of Katherine. Police caught up with the trio after a manhunt, yes, a manhunt, that stretched several hours and chased them down on foot in a nearby town, according to ABC. Absconding from Howard Springs internment CCP-19 camp isn't just dangerous, it is incredibly stupid. Because how dare you go against us? Northern Territory Chief Minister Michael Gunner said in a press conference, according to a BBC, because we will catch you and there will be consequences for how dare you go against the government. We are the state. We will crush you. This is for your health. Stay inside forever. Welcome to Prison Island, Australia, where there is no escape. But continue on to Germany. Germany locks down the unvaccinated. Angela Merkel says Parliament will debate making shots mandatory. Once again, this is why we gotta fight this stuff here in America, because otherwise we're gonna end up like this, where they can just do whatever they want. As she bars the unjabbed from non-essential shops and leisure facilities. Also in Australia, originally you had several reasons why you could go outside, like going to get food, exercise, medical, job. Now you can't do any of that.
Really?
No, unless it's a medical emergency, you cannot leave your home. Germany will ban unjabbed citizens from most public places, Merkel said today. Non-essential retail, along with all leisure and cultural activities, will be open only to those who have had their shots or recovered from CCP-19.
They're literally making a 2-class tier system.
Yep. Merkel also said Parliament will begin debating whether to make the jabs mandatory, despite the fact of all that stuff that's come out from the FOIA requests. Yeah. And what was it? The Moderna problems and all that stuff. No. Mandatory. She then backed the move, saying, if I was in whatever that is, I would vote for it. Of course you would. You're an authoritarian. Continuing on to Austria. Austria bans 2 million unvaccinated citizens from leaving their home. New COVID lockdown is rolled out nationwide, affecting more than 20% of the population after angry anti-lockdown clashes in Holland. Because, when there's an anti-lockdown actual protests and all, the best thing to do is clamp down even harder. Australian government ordered a nationwide lockdown for unvaccinated people. Chancellor Alexander, whatever the name is, said move would come into force tomorrow. Will not apply to children under 12 because they cannot officially be vaccinated. But your mommy and daddy can't go outside with you or anything like that.
Oh yeah, there's no way we can ever give up our guns now.
Nope. This is why I'm buying more guns and bullets. Because it is... Oh, and Biden's already talking about bringing back lockdowns. Oh, more lockdowns. And he wants to push the vaccination mandate, but he can't because it keeps getting slapped down. And the biggest thing is here, we're not Australia. We're not Germany. We're not Austria. First off, just the size alone, they couldn't do it. It'd be impossible for them to do that. And secondly, we went to war over a tea tax. If they think they can do this, and if they suddenly tried to bring the military into Texas and Florida, there'd be no chance in hell they would win. It would be one of the most. Yeah, sure, they'd probably kill most of the civilians trying to get this. If they tried to do it military style, which, of course, could you imagine all the other states going, oh my God?
No, yeah, it would be absolutely. It would be honestly, if they try to push this stuff, that's going to lead to secession.
It is. There's no two ways about it. If he just came out and said, all mandatory vaccination, that's how it is, executive order, blah, 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 blah. Well, maybe not secession, but states just wouldn't do it. They'd just say, nah, we're not doing it. And any company in that state that tried to do it, the state would go, get out. Because this is just insane. Once again, with the new Omicron variant coming out, which they're saying, yeah, it's far more infectious, people are saying, but at the same time, everywhere they've looked, muscle sore, headache, mild symptoms. Like, you have scientists saying this could be a great thing because it has mild symptoms, it spreads fast, we can all build herd immunity. Still force your vaccinations. You don't get it? You're evil, and you need to be locked up. Just like, what am I supposed to do? I medically can't get the vaccine. Lock him up! Well, anywho, that'll be the end of this little story. If you like this video, then shake the like button and subscribe for more. And I will see you all later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.